Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, my mom is going to be going through the garden. She's going to be taking some of her veggies out of there, and one of the veggies that she's going to get is a tomato, and she's going to make a tomato sauce to go with an additional ingredient to make tomato
spaghetti sauce.
Okay, spaghetti sauce. All right. But in that garden, so she's got some things that she wants to take over to her sister in town because she's got an abundance of some of these things and not everyone eats them. So instead of letting it go bad, she's going to take it in town to her sister. So she's going to make that sauce. She's going to also take some things in town to her sister. And over here inside of this tree ring is what I created with these lime rocks around it. My mom's gonna pick out the trees that are growing. I guess there's some seedlings and things inside of it that they're growing. I don't know if I put down a weed barrier.
Any kind of weeds that's growing in there.
Yeah, the weeds are coming up through. But also we're gonna go over to Lowe's and we're gonna pick out some wood. I got an itemized list that shows every size of wood, how much quantity, enough for extra just in case for one of the gazebos. Because when it rains here in the summer in Florida, that area, I didn't realize, it looks like it sits higher than the rest of the property, but for some reason that floods in the gazebo. So we want to go ahead and put a deck inside of the gazebo. And I think that's going to be some of the things, and we hope you come along for the journey and see what we can get up to.
So let's get into it. Well, it looks like I gotta come out here. I haven't been out here in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull these roots out of here. Or try. I hear a woodpecker. Where is he? I don't know if you can see that far up there or not. I can't see because the sun's in my eyes. I can't tell if I'm getting him or not. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get this all cleared out again. Well, I'm gonna come in here and I'm going to try to get as much of this stuff out of here as I can for today anyway. I don't know if you'll be able to see me because of these trees, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. This is the one where I said, well, we need to pull this stuff out of here and go through it and get all the roots of this stuff out. Hi, are you okay? Well, it stormed last night. A piece of glass grew out of the ground. Aren't you supposed to be making that noise at nighttime? This is why I'm having to come over here constantly, because I don't want to move all this stuff around right now, because we just need to pull it all out and do it at one time. But see, they're breaking off at the bulbs, and the bulbs are still under there, so they're still growing, and they're constantly coming back up. Well, this is pretty much all the weeds I got out of there. It's not a lot, but they start getting bigger and start producing more babies. They're going to be everywhere like the property was before. That's why I said we need to get this off of here and go underneath the soil and get all the roots out of it. Here. See, some of this stuff is vines that grow along the ground and grow up trees, but like this is a tree, and there's quite a few of them that I pulled out of the ground. They grow in around the stump over here that's not completely cut down, and right outside here. So I'm constantly having to pull those up because it's trying to make a new tree. Okay, this is what it looks like now that I've cleared it out for now. But then I got to seeing all this stuff growing over here again. Even the palm tree back there. So I'll need to get that cleared up. And here's one of these. See the little pricklies on it. That thing there, that thing hurts. Like I've said in another video, this is the thing with the white flowers, and you hit it and you're itching and itching and itching. It doesn't give you any kind of rash or anything as far as I know. It doesn't me anyway, but it makes you itch because those little fine little prickly things get into your skin. So I'm gonna have to pull that out. I usually go down here, down at the very bottom, and pull dirt up with it. And then there. That way I'm not getting these, see the little prickly things? Maybe the crows can. Up. There, I think all I have left to do is these palm trees now. This one didn't have as much. It looks like more, but it was because it was bigger. Oh. Rick who came to visit me. Betty's here. Hey, Betty. These ones I was able to pull out of the ground, but the other ones I have to cut. Don't have none of the root because that root is huge. I know it is. Well, these are little ones, so it's probably not as big, but I dug one out of here in one of our videos when it was, I think it was in this area right here. And it was a big root to that palm tree. I got it. Oh boy, that was a doozy of one. I'm not sure what this is. I know it's a weed, but the bulb of it came out and it looks like a peanut. Like somebody was eating peanuts, and this is a peanut vine. Can't tell. Don't have no smell. But this here, this piece right here is a piece of a palm tree, and it was going to continue growing. Look at the, I guess this is the bulb on it, and it has a little vine, if you can see it. I might be making it to where you can't see it, but it has a little vine root right here starting to grow. I might have broke it off into the ground, I don't know, but this is the bulb to it, so at least that part's good. I got that part out. But yeah, this is the stuff you got to get out of the ground so the stuff will stop growing. So that's what I need to do over here and over here behind me, so all these vines and weeds and stuff stop growing inside these areas here. So there's that. See where it looks like a peanut? Don't mind my dirty fingernails. I've been digging in the dirt. Get a better look. Hopefully it's focusing. And again, it stormed. It stormed yesterday, and this is a plate. That's pretty. This is a plate. You can see the part right here, it's rounded. This is part of a plate. That was a thick plate. You could tell it's been like plates from a long time ago, because I don't even think they make plates nowadays this thick. It's a shiny rock. I don't know if you can see it, if it's glittering, but when the sun hits it, it glitters. Put it up here with the other stuff. Like I said, I used to collect rocks, so I find rocks pretty, especially ones that have a difference, that they are different. Freddy! He was over here rolling around on the ground. Getting your back all dirty, aren't you? Trying to scratch your back? Huh? What are you doing? Quit eating that grass. Freddy, stop. Look at you. Stop. You see me looking at you? Stop. Stop eating the grass. Pretty. You can be hard-headed sometimes too. Yeah, see, that's what you get for rolling around on the grass. Now you're itchy. I can't say grass, you're rolling around in the dirt. What you see? What you see, Freddy? Okay, and this is after I pulled all the weeds. There's a little bit of grass growing in here, but oh, looky there, I missed some. In front of the ninja. But there is grass growing over here a little bit. I'm not sure if we want the grass over here or what we want up here yet in this area. Stop. We can mow our grass. We don't need you eating it. You're not our lawnmower. Woo! Sun's out. Look at that pepper. Almost completely orange. Nowhere is near as big as the other one. But I'm gonna have to pull that one off before it decides to start. Yeah, see, there's a spot on it. I don't know what bugs are getting to these, but oh, I think I see another one turning orange. It's hiding way down here. Look at that. I mean, these are ready to be pulled off. I just like when they turn orange. Looks like they're getting smaller and smaller. Even though they produce a lot, seems like they're getting smaller as the season ends. I don't think I got to water anything this morning. Look how wet some of this stuff still looks. There's my watermelon. So far, so good. Now there's 8. I guess I planted 4 in each. For some reason I was thinking I only planted 3. But all 4 of them are coming up. Still waiting on this. This squash was coming up. Now I don't I thought that was it, but maybe it's not. Because now all I see is this. Let me check the onions. Oh, look at the onions. The onions coming up. I got my tomatoes, cherry tomatoes that are inside still, that I haven't brought out. Because it seems like every time I bring them out to try to hard them off, they start to wilt. And I don't leave them out, but maybe a couple hours, if that. And they just start to wilt. We got no tomatoes growing on this right now. Well, I guess there's tomatoes growing. They're just not ripe. There's a couple, here's one, and there's one. But for how much vine there is, it's like this little one, actually. Oh, these three, I think, go to that one too. Or does it? No, it doesn't. It actually does go to this one. And then this one has a partially red one, or orange one. For some reason, my cherry tomatoes, I have to pull them off right before they get completely their color that they're supposed to be because of these insects out here. But after Casey sprayed that stuff that he sprayed, I haven't seen nearly as much stuff out here. So that's a good thing, but I'm just waiting for this stuff to ripen. Well, I just noticed this. How does a screw just break off? I mean, it landed straight down and the piece is right here. I don't know where the other screw is, but if there's two screws in that, which there is two holes, why would one screw just break off? Anybody know? I've been out here pulling weeds like this thing. You see how dirty my hands are. And these weeds are growing, trying to hide from me underneath my potato plant. They're just popping up everywhere. I mean, I'm sure a lot of this is probably weeds. I have to use my app and find out. I think those are tomatoes growing in the ground down here. I'm gonna have to use my app as well because those leaves look like these leaves. Oh, wait a minute. Those are the African marigold. Wow, okay. Well, so far this is all I've collected off of the stuff outside. I don't see no bugs, so hopefully I don't have to worry about that with the rest of the stuff that's still out here. Well, I have 21 small cherry tomatoes that I'm gonna put in my boiling water and make another batch of the sauce, or should I say just tomato, liquid tomato. Put it in the freezer until I get enough, at least for one jar of tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce. Again, it says it's supposed to do this for 2 minutes or until the skin starts to peel. Now, so far, I only got 3 split, and it's been 3 minutes. Now I gotta peel the skin off these, put them down inside of the blender thing here. Some are still pretty hot. This one's not too hot. Putting the skins in my little jar of compost. Well, this is one of them that didn't split. Here. Right on my camera. Well, let me show you how much I got here before I blend it up. That's 21 tomatoes. Well, there it is. Now I just got to put it in the baggie and into the freezer, and that's done. So there's a second tutorial of that. When I get enough, I will make a tutorial of the spaghetti sauce itself. This is what I mean when I say stuff can grow anywhere it wants to. Look at these mushrooms growing on the path. So I don't know how they got there. Could have been an ant crawling across there with some piece of it, or something blue, or it's just the atmosphere for it. Who knows? Well, this pepper is half and half. I get that off of there before it decides that something wants to happen to it. So I did want to give some to my sister. Ooh, what's going on with this one? Oh, that's a baby lizard on it. Hey, baby lizard, you're on my pepper. Oh, and there's a bug. I see the bug trying to hide inside the leaf. Maybe the lizard's trying to get the bug. Well, I got one of them. One of these bugs, or I've seen two. One was hiding underneath the leaf. Oh, there he is. There's the other one. I thought he fell. These things are really tiny. I mean, two of them fit in my hand. That's not normal size, I don't think. It's got a little brown spot on it. This one will be just green. That is the one with the brown spot. So I need to go ahead and take that one off. Oh, this one has to come off. Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that off. I'm gonna pull these off. This one's turning orange too. I just don't want nothing to happen to these. That's going on with the bell peppers. Well, I think that leaves two on there. Well, let's put all this together and see what I got for the day. Guess I'll go ahead and get this because it doesn't seem to be growing any bigger. That's as big as it's gonna get. Hopefully this one over here gives me as many cucumbers as my first plant did, because my first plant gave me so many cucumbers that I had to give them away. I mean, I gave them away. I gave about, I think, 10 or so to my sister. One of my friends, I gave about 10. Of course, I pickled some, and I made, oh, there's some sauce. What's the name of that sauce? I have to look it up, but I'll put it right here on screen. I made some of that sauce with the cucumbers. It's a cucumber sauce. And there's somebody else I gave some cucumbers to. I know I did. I know, because I gave it to 3 people. I think I gave it to my other friend. Well, this is all the peppers and 1 cucumber that I got off today off my plants. So not too bad. I'm gonna have to put some of these together and when I get home to take to my sister, because I got a bag full of peppers at home. I have to give her some cucumbers too, because I think I have a few cucumbers. There's the red birds in my stuff. Maybe they're the ones that's been destroying my garden. Look at all of these peppers that I have. I went through and took all the seeds and stuff out of them because I'm going to dice them all up, but I gave over more than half of them to my sister along with the cucumbers, and I still have this many left. And 2 little tomatoes. And here I got a dicing machine. I'm now going to dice them up. Look at how much peppers that I got. I'm gonna have to put them in something. I don't think we can freeze them, but I'm gonna have to use them up here pretty quickly. And I gave my sister more. Wow. Hopefully my niece, her daughter, likes peppers too. Well, I'm on my way to give my sister this stuff. These peppers. There's some banana peppers. There's some cucumbers back here. There's cucumbers. A couple of cucumbers in here. And if she can't use them all, maybe my niece can. But I'm sure she'll keep all this stuff. The color just not very much. It wasn't growing very well.
2 hours later.
Well, I'm heading to my sister's job because she lives like an hour and a half away from me. So I am going to be taking it to her job, and she takes it and puts it inside her job in a refrigerator and then takes it home with her later during the night. So that's where I'm headed now. Looks like I'm about 20 minutes early. Gotta see where she's parked at. I think that's hers. Nope, it can't be hers. Not her birthday. Where is her vehicle? Well, I am here at her job. I'm about 20 minutes early, so I gotta sit here and wait. And she won't be on camera because she won't get on camera. So I'm just sitting here waiting, and as soon as she gets here, then this will be the end because she's not gonna get on the camera. Got a pond over here. That's pretty cool. Come out here and be able to sit and look at this on your lunch break. That's pretty. I don't know where she parked. I can't find her vehicle. Okay. Getting ready to leave my sister's job. Like I said, she didn't want to be on camera. I look like I got sunburn, but she had her visors in the window. My face is all red.
The next day.
All right, so we're at a big box store, one of those. We don't really have any mom and pop places around here that sell stuff. So we're getting the platform, the deck for the gazebo, so we can lift it up off the ground so it doesn't get flooded in that area.
You mean so the stuff doesn't get wet that's in that area when it floods?
Yeah. So the stuff doesn't get flooded.
Yeah.
So it's like six inches off the ground. But so here's what I did. I didn't take, was it lumber at school?
Shop?
Shop. I didn't do all that. I didn't go to college for woodwork, and I'm not a carpenter. But so I got on the AI and asked it to pretty much put a material list together for me for a 10 by 12 elevated deck, 6 inches. Give me a complete material list, basically for dummies. And that's what I got. It gave me a comprehensive list and even told me not to be shy, to ask for help, and to enjoy my shopping, to have fun with it. So we've got the outdoor lumber right here. I know that, at least. My mom went ahead and had started getting some pieces, but it was indoor lumber. And I'm like, no, we gotta put that back. But this is it right here. So these are the 2x6 by 10s, and we need 12 pieces of those, and we need 3 pieces of 2x6 by 12, and those will create the perimeter of that deck and also the joist for that deck. And then I gotta find out somewhere in the middle of this mess where the deck surface pieces are gonna go. And then we got some hardware. And I don't know if I told you, but when we cleared that property off, there was a lot of pavers that was on that property. And the helper that we've had, Aaron, who's been amazing, he kind of guided me to like, hey, why don't you use your pavers? Because I was like looking it up online, and it said that you can use either pavers, like pathway pavers, or you could use, the deck blocks that have the cross and the square in the middle. But those things were, I think, like $11 a piece, and then said I needed 40 of them. And I calculated that after tax, and it was like $462. And I'm like, psych, like, no, we're not gonna do that. So the alternative were those pavers. So we can put the deck on pavers. But I was also thinking, if we go ahead and get those 4x4s, you could put 4x4s in the ground and cut them at the deck surface level for the joist, have them screwed in, concrete, and then put the top on. So we have the pavers at the property when we left there, so that's going to save us a lot. And so I'll decide, I guess, whether or not we're going to use the pavers or if we're going to go with the 4x4s, the post. Either way, I think it's fine with me, but I'll just see which way would be level. I think it would be easier to level the posts because you just screw it in at the level, get your level, screw it in and everything like that with your outdoor deck screws. But the pavers would create some stability with concrete and having it sitting on top of that. But what I don't like about it sitting on top of that is like, what if something bumps into it? Like, it could slide maybe a little bit.
You cement it in.
Cement the pavers in?
Oh no, I meant the 4x4s. If you
might
use
have
those.
to get a couple bags of cement too. But so these are the 2x6x10. And we need, what did I say, 12 pieces of it? It's $10.18 a piece plus tax, so it's going to be at least $120 tax, $130 right there just for these pieces. But we got Aaron over here, and we can go ahead and get some of these and put them on, I think maybe this.
On the wet one?
No, up here. I also wanted to get that shelving.
Yeah, I was wondering if we need the flat one down there.
That's what I was wondering too, but I don't know.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, this is Aaron. He's the one that has been helping. He's out in the community out there. He stopped by a few months ago and just stumbled upon. I was doing some work out there on the property. He asked. He said, "Hey, is there anything I can do to help?" And at the time, I thought, you know what? Not right now, but maybe tomorrow. But the moment that he walked away, I got to thinking about it. And not even a minute and a half later, I'm like, crap, man, I could really use him actually right now. So I turn around, he's gone. I hop in the truck, I'm like driving up and down the road looking for him, but I found him, and where I found him was actually at the community center in that community, and he was helping an elderly lady move some lumber in her yard. And it was like she knew as soon as I pulled up. I don't know how, but she was like, "Oh, he's almost finished here if you need him to help with some work." And I was like, I didn't even say anything to the lady, and it was like, if you need him to help with some work, and she says he's been, so good with this and helping her out. So I stayed there, I waited, I chatted with her a little bit. I didn't even really know him. I just seen him and had a very brief conversation, basically said no, not today. So I waited for him to get done. I seen he was working, he's a hard worker, and after he was done, she gave him a couple bucks for the work that he had done. He hopped in the truck with me, we went down, we started doing some work, and we got to talking, and he's been, coming down periodically, helping out with this project that we're doing on the property ever since. So, yeah.
And to be continued.
To be continued, yeah. So let's go ahead and get some of these. Now, with these right here, I do want to make sure, though, because if you look at some of these, you can see that some of them are warped. So we've got some choices. There's plenty of them here, up here, and here, same size, 2x6x10, 2x6x10. So let's go ahead and get 12 pieces of this, but just check them out. Make sure they're straight all the way through and not warped.
Like that one's warped that you got your hand on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we can put
You can take those things off in front.
So I was going through Lowe's, this big box store, but I was going through this store. You may have experienced this at these stores. I was going through, and they always have like an associate that's walking through, and is like, "Hey, do you want to sign up for this card?" And I usually don't like credit cards and stuff like that, but I come in here so often, and they offer discounts when you use that card every time. So I was like, yeah, why not? I wanted to get like the minimum amount, whatever it was. So they hooked me up. It was approved like that. And so I've had it. And every time I come in here, I use it, but I usually max it out right then. And then a couple days later, go ahead and pay it off. And I've seen actually today, because I checked it, I want to make sure I made that payment last time. So I'm like, I should have a zero balance. So I have a zero balance on the card. So I looked at it, it accumulates points. So everything when you spend, it accumulates all of them, and then you can use like either in-store type of rewards, or you can just cash it in to either pay your bill or they'll give you the cash. I believe give you the cash back.
Oh, wow.
So right now we got like $45. That's fine. You want to get this. I know it's kind of like choppy right there, but all that's going to be under the deck, right?
I think so, yeah. You said for the joist and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. And what was good about the AI and giving it a description of what I needed for dummies, this deck, and it giving me that list, is that when it compiled this list, it made room for error, a margin of error. So it gave me an amount to get that was a little bit over what I would need, just in case a cut was wrong, or just in case if anything happened. Just gives you room for error. So I was like, that's cool. That it tells you, you know, the amount that you need that's a little bit over. I think it's like 1 or 2 pieces over. And this is 12, right? There's 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 2 by 6. So, yeah, just back.
Or just put it on top of those ones. That way we can take it up and say, hey, leave this here, we're still shopping.
Now what it also did in that list was it compiled a tool list of what we would need in order to get these pieces cut, get it all put together. I don't necessarily need the tool list because we do have all the tools for that, but just in case you decide to do it, to go on and have it put together, a simple list that's easy to understand. But just keep in mind, now if you're going to talk to AI about putting a list like that together, just tell it your exact situation, be as specific as possible with the details that you know, and it will completely understand and put it together for you. Even if you have to say something like, make it a foolproof list for dummies. Make it to where my shopping experience when I go in is easy. I can go in and get what I gotta get and get out. So it'll put that together for you. Just make sure you tell it exactly what you want, and it'll put that list together for you. So there's those 3. I know we gotta get some screws, but I do have to read over this again just to make sure that I am getting exactly what this says on it, besides the pavers, because we got those at the property. 6 inches, 10 feet. So what I'm looking for now, I read through here, and the 3rd set of wood pieces that we need is the surface. So we got in those other pieces, the 12 foot was for the perimeter, 10 foot by 12, then the joists that go in it. Now what we need is 26 pieces of 5/4 inches thick, 6 inch wide, 12 feet long decking for the deck. Now this is premium decks right here. Now, I don't care if it's premium. I'm trying to find out if they have one that's not premium, because I think premium comes with a premium price. But this stuff down here looks short. So let me see if I can just find the 6 inch by 12, and then see if there might be any ones that aren't premium. As long as they're outside, I don't mind, because what's gonna happen anyway is on that deck, we've got that grass carpet, it's gonna go over top of it. So ideally, actually, I might have to ask, do we even have to get the deck pieces? Can it be like an outdoor, I don't even know if they have them, like a sheet?
Oh, I don't know, because it will get wet eventually, and you need...
What I'm saying is, like, do they make like a 4 foot by 8 foot pressure treated sheet?
Oh, I don't know. Is that still premium?
So I think it is premium. Well, I think what we need to do. All right, so this is 5/4, 6 inches wide. I got my cheapo depot tape measure because the ones that we keep getting that are expensive keep breaking or locking up or something.
Yeah.
And the cheapo depots keep working. But so this right here is $968 for a 6 inch by 12 feet. This premium decking right here is $1428. Now, get your calculator out, do the math. We gotta get 26 pieces. Between 9.28 and 14.28, that's what, $5? Then 5 times 26, that's at least like what, 125 at least difference from here to here. So, that's a 6-inch. Can anybody put in the comments why they mark these a 1/2 inch higher than what they really are? 2x4 is really 1.5 by 3.5. These are 5.5 wide, not 6 inches. But the feet long, 12, it is 12 feet long. I know that.
So that it's 5.5, but it says it's 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's 5.5 inches, but it's 6. That's how all the wood is. I believe that all the wood is like that. That's with the width of things, how wide things are. When it comes to length, like if it's 8 feet, then it's 8 feet. 12 feet is 12 feet. 10 feet, 10 feet. But with the thickness and stuff like that, wide, 1/2 inch. So what if a piece? So they take away a 1/2 inch. So what if a piece is a 1/2 inch? So we're gonna get these down here. Where do you think they should go? On here or on here?
Yeah.
Pull that out, and then we'll get 26 pieces. We'll probably have to put. You think we'll need 2 of those? 26 pieces because of the weight.
Oh, I don't know.
I can grab one of those.
Well, yeah, grab one of
And we
these.
can do 13 and 13. We'll put them in the middle first.
Well, feel how it feels because those right there were, yeah, I was gonna say those were bigger.
Yeah.
And they might let you back into the bay.
It's better if it's raining. I'll have to get it with that before I swipe that card. I'll be like, I'm not paying for this unless I can back into that bay. It's raining. It was storming out here.
Oh, I know, I heard it. You're gonna have to,
Let's put this one.
wait, Casey, you're gonna have to push yours in because yours is hanging off more and it's gonna start tilting forward.
This more or what?
No, not more. It's about right. Is that 12 feet long?
Yeah.
Is this for 2 docks or 2 things or one?
One. I know.
It just seems like way too much.
Well, they're only 5.5 inches wide. You gotta get 5.5 inches. If it's 12, you gotta get 5.5 inches across 10 feet.
Yeah.
You said not the wet one?
I mean, it's not that wet now. It's gonna go on a wet truck.
You know it's pressure treated for wet.
I know. But it was just soaking wet because that's the one I brought from outside when it was downpouring. Okay, now your side needs to go back more. A little bit more. A little bit more.
Oh, watch out.
Not too much. Pull yours back out a little bit. Yeah, that should be okay. Just don't want it to tilt. What is that, 10 foot? Someone shoved in there?
I don't even think that's exterior.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it was an exterior. If he can get it without the whole thing falling down. Is this going to be all for the deck except for like the screws?
Huh?
Is this going to be it for the deck except for the screws and stuff like that you need? Is this all going to be for the wood part of it?
This is the wood part, but I did want to get look at their 4x4s.
Oh yeah.
That's for the fence. If you need help, we can take them up one at a time. But that should be it, and we just need the deck screws, but like some of this stuff right here, not necessarily this if you look at it, but then pieces like this, I'm gonna look over the list to see if we need it. But I know I looked at a list one time that Google gave, but Google gave a list when it showed it. It was talking like I was a plumber. Like, I'm experienced, a veteran, and I'm like, what? It was naming all the pieces and everything like that, which I know the pieces have a name, but it was using lingo that I kind of heard before, but don't know what it's associated with. I know it's associated with woodwork, but don't know exactly what it looks like, what it goes to. But like these brackets that can go in the middle to kind of strengthen it for storms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's not a big structure, so I'm gonna double check this list before we leave, make sure we do have all of the pieces that were listed, and yeah, just make sure we got everything.
Okay.
So we'll get the screws, we'll look at the 4x4s, and I'll go over this list to make sure that there's not anything that I'm missing, because we're about what, 30 minutes or so away from this place. That property don't have no shops like that. Actually, they do have a shop that's out there, but because it's that far out, the prices are a little bit more expensive. But if you're only gonna get like one or two things, or maybe a handful of things, it's kind of worth it to go there, because then you don't have to waste the gas, time, travel, everything coming back, you know, all the way to another place like where this is. But for as much as we're getting, that would be a big price difference between the price gaps. So that's why we came here to get this. But actually, there's enough trees on that property, we probably could have chopped them down and made our wood.
You could have. I've seen people do it.
Yeah, but when I see when they do this, when they pressure treat it, they have these big ponds, they throw them all in, and they sit in there, and then they pick them back up out, and then they're pressure treated. From what I've seen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's look at the screws. I'm gonna go over this list.
You taking this up there first, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll walk these up. We'll have to go one at a time because it's heavy.
Yeah.
So, hello. So I calculated for 150 feet, or I calculated and then I double checked online. AI is an amazing tool. I double checked. So for 150 feet, we need approximately 20 poles to make a fence. Now, this particular fence, I want it to be at least 8 feet tall. Now, at some point we may do pickets, put the pickets up ourselves, because that entire fence is a little bit out of our budget right now for what I want to spend just on a fence, to dump that kind of money on there. Even doing it ourselves, it's still going to be in the thousands if we want a whole fence up at 150 feet, 8 feet tall. So we have some other options for like privacy screening possibly, but see, here's the thing. Stevie had mentioned, and I don't know why I didn't think about this, it's coming up on hurricane season, and it's privacy fencing, even though it's a thick fabric, even if we zip tie it, we screw it, because it's got these little holes in it where you can zip tie it like to a fence, like a chain link fence, or if you put up 2x4s, outdoor 2x4s or whatever along the post at the top and bottom, you could then zip tie them along there as well. He says, depending on the speed of the wind, it could still go right through it. So no matter how strong I think I am, or how strong I think what I build is, nature's still going to take its course, regardless of me or anybody. So I was going to get 4x4x10, and then I'm like, oh, I stick 2 feet in the ground, 8 feet up. But when I looked it up, AI says it's a rule of thirds. A third of the thirds, so it's like 3 above, 3 below, for a whole of 100, right? If 100 is a whole. 33% in the ground, 66, 33 and a third, 66 and the 0.6, whatever, above. So I wanted to get 4x4x10 because they're cheaper, but here they're $18.18, which, by the way, online they said that they were $17, because this is the same price as that store out there. But I'm looking at this and it looks like they have 2 janky pieces of 4x4x10, and that looks like that's all they have. But over here, they have 4x4x12 for $20.58. Again, we need 20 of these. That's $400 in post. and they've got plenty of them. So we're gonna have to go ahead and grab 20 of these for the posts, and I think that'll cover two of those the deck and that part for the fence. Outside of, I don't have, if we go with these 2x4s that are pressure treated to go along the top and bottom. So if there's 20 posts.
Oh, you mean for the fence?
Yeah. To make sure it's not just in the post, that it can be zip tied across the top. The only issue with that is if I do go ahead and do that, is that we'll have to undo the zip ties down for the entire fence if a hurricane is coming through. If the weeds, so used to mowing the lawns and taking the weeds down.
Oh, there's weeds behind that.
And yeah, I know, I've seen the weeds that were growing behind that tarp that is there. But yeah, it might have to be taken down, at least the front, because that privacy screen says it's 90%. Remember, I said 90%, but you can almost see straight through it. Especially if the sun hits it at the right angle, you can look and see it almost straight through it. But we have those tarps, so if on the front of the fencing we put the screen, and on the back of the fencing we put the tarps, then it would be blocked, and that would provide a layer of privacy until we have the funding to dump that much thousands into a 150-foot long privacy wooden fence all the way down, which is the ultimate goal. And I was thinking about possibly a water feature there, because a water feature creates white noise, and white noise blocks out a lot of sound.
That's true.
Yeah. So let's get 20 pieces of this. The only thing, Aaron, we're gonna use this over here. The only thing with these right here is just make sure that they're not warped through the length.
Well, both of y'all are gonna probably have to pick those up. I'm sure they're heavy.
Make sure that they're not warped through the length here, but this chip thing
What? Say that again?
like if it's chipped or it's got a block in it where
Leave it on
Oh no, that's fine.
no, like that's fine as long as they're not like warped.
Yeah. And how many of these do you need?
For that defense.
Yours needs to go up a little bit.
They have exactly 20 of these, but one of them looks kind of messed up. So they have exactly 20 of these ones, I think, here. Because these are 4 by 6 by 20.
Oh.
It's this right here. You see the chunk?
It can go in the ground.
Yeah. I want to see if they'll discount that.
Oh yeah, because it's chipped there, it's chipped down here.
And actually, if there are any that are warped, I want to get them, see if they'll discount the one, if there are any that are actually visibly warped, because they only have 20. There's no other select, like,
Unless they got them in back somewhere.
if they do in the back, I would be surprised.
Is there something wrong with that one?
Yeah. So that was warped. You can see when it was laying up here, it was flat on the side over here, and it was lifting up on the other side.
Oh. You might have to put those two together, and then, because you might have to put some on that side as high as it's getting.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 6. Yeah, let's put this one up and put it over here. This one.
That one too? Watch out. Oh, you might be able to put some of them back, because there's more than 20.
Hold on, let me make sure I counted this right.
Or is that a back wall?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We've got 25. We might be able to.
You have to put it there. You can't put it there. This one, the top one's even to where it would fall off. It's got, what are you doing? You see this is nothing's holding it up right here.
She says, what are you doing? What? Mama says, what are you doing? That don't look right. I'm gonna fix that. Now, I don't call my mom Mama, but I say that because that's what they call, like if you're referring to, or at least I've heard it, if you're referring to the mom protector, it's Mama. Mama says no. Mama says that don't work.
What's wrong with that one?
It's at the end where
They're all.
these ones weren't like that. We're at the end. If they're warped. Now I do want to say that if they had a selection of more, when you get these, you have the option to pick the ones that you want. The price that they're selling it for, this price, it's not a discounted price. That's their store price for a perfect 4x4 by 12 in perfect condition. Now, if I go to build something and this is a little warped and I have to do something to fix it, now I have to add extra effort, extra energy, extra time into something that was at that price supposed to come as a complete unit in perfect condition. Now, if it's not in perfect condition, then there's no harm in asking for that discount. Now, there is also no harm in them saying no and just selling you maybe what they have that's perfect. It's up to them what they want to do with it. If they decide, no, we're not going to discount that. So, but in that transaction, there's no harm either way. Unless I need to get the project done and now I don't have enough pieces anyway. Now I'm an unhappy customer. Let me just count again real quick because I don't want to get into, wait, there's 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be 20 here then. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm done with this.
Well, you might need to put some on the other side so that stuff doesn't fall. I'm just, when you start pushing it as heavy as it is, it might fall.
I'll do it because Mama said so. And there's no harm in doing it. Precaution. Safety first. These two also?
Yeah, that's. You need something to make sure it doesn't fall.
Now she's grounded, but you gotta watch out. She might turn into a helicopter. What about that? And then I gotta put my caution signs on. Wait, caution. This is a little bit too much sugar in the tea. Too much vodka in the tonic.
That's gonna be heavy.
I know, we're both going to have to push it, so let me get this out of the way.
We're gonna have half the carts in the store. We're gonna have half the carts in the store.
Well, we only got one more cart. We're gonna get this stuff right now, and they're gonna be like $1,500, and I'm gonna be like, no. You know how many burgers I can buy? No, I'm just kidding.
What did you want me to pull these back so that you can open that? Is that what you were wanting?
No, I was going to ask you if you can untangle 2 of the straps.
Oh.
The green ones. Said you sweating yet?
Yeah.
The viewing audience. Start lifting them weights. Feel the burn. It's like you're here. You're dripping. I'm an ice cream cone on a hot day.
Well, you guys got it on pretty quick. Well, except for that one's heavy. You might need to help and push it out. Wait.
No, a heavy piece of anything with wheels that's moving downhill in your direction. That's what I just did. And this isn't too heavy.
I was untangling these while they were putting stuff on. They were all tangled together. Yeah, you're gonna like wear yourself out.
You need to take a break.
I was wondering.
They said work harder, not smarter. No, I'm kidding. Work smarter, not harder. But you got to figure out the smart part. Sometimes
That's why I asked you earlier, did you want me to pull these back so you could put that down? And you said no. You said no.
Look at that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Smarter, not harder. At least they got a good workout in.
Sometimes it takes the brain a while to turn on.
That thing's still up in the air.
Take that back. I'm not trying to cause an accident. Rebuke my own words.
What'd you say?
That's not what I'm trying to cause an accident. I mean, like just being kind of clumsy and like hitting things.
That's because you're getting weaker because of how much wood you're lifting. That's cool.
My mom called me weak. No, for real. I fall, she laughed in my face. Then she asked, "You okay?" She get a good laugh first. I don't have to pay a subscription?
3 for free? You got 3 of them free. Since it was a 50% discount, so 3 were free.
Really? Oh, yeah. I guess that's how 50% off 6 works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
All right, we're just gonna leave it like that. Try polyester in Florida.
Even though the weather today,
It's like you're swimming and you're not even at the beach.
even though the weather said it was only going to be 88 today.
The weather apps are lying. The meteorologists are lying. Lies everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I'm not necessarily going to take up all the people's time with like that, because it wasn't that big of a price difference.
Yeah.
Like $1, but then again, it was 20 pieces. That's like $20. But if I did go onto their website with this store, this zip code, that's what I had, because this is the closest store to me, for them to give me the prices. And if the price was $17 and some change, and I come in here and it's $18, I believe that's not even price matching. That's our website says that. That's the price.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what brought me here to get that product, but I didn't say anything because you start doing all that, then you get a line going behind you.
Which we already had.
I know. The good thing that other guy opened up, and I had to tell him. So I thought I was already behind, and I'm like, I get up there, and he's like, well, we got to call the manager for the discount. Crap. I'm like apologizing to the people behind us, but the guy opened up the line. I'm like, good. And he opened up that line. But yeah, there's so much of it. I don't want to come in here and just be like extreme couponing. I mean, you get a good deal. I mean, if you have the time for it, it's fine. But you know, I don't want to tick anybody off over a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Ruin somebody's day so you can save $3. You mean 20?
Yeah.
Well, that's their fault. They're doing their job. Okay.
Now you got to put those other things on unless you put it in the back of the truck.
They can go up here because they'll help stick up so that when I put these straps on, it'll be like I can't even think.
Balancing the weight out?
Huh? Not balance. Oh, speaking of that, no. Not balancing the weight out. It'll just have something sticking up that's attached to the wood and sticking above these rails right here that grips it down.
Yeah.
For the ratchet straps. Oh, about did you say balance or
The weight.
level it out?
Balancing the weight
So,
out.
In case I know, there's viewers who know, but there's viewers who don't know. And when I got this trailer originally, not this trailer, our first trailer, it was a boxed in trailer, but we didn't have a channel there, like an enclosed trailer. When you're putting stuff on a trailer like this is attached to a truck, you have to put the weight, make sure that it's centered. All this is going to be centered because the weight's distributed across the entire trailer. But if you put like a heavyweight load in the front of this trailer, like up here or back there, and you think that everything's good, and you get down the highway, you got 45, 55, 65, 70. It has to be in the middle because of weight balance. Because once it starts shaking back here, you're gonna think you go, oh, well, it's like when you lose, like in the rain, if you like the black ice,
Yeah.
or you start losing the grip or whatever. You think you got to turn one way and it's like not, and then it just starts spinning out of control. This thing, it'll start whipping around, and if you're on a 3-lane highway, 2-lane highway, or whatever, it'll tip your truck over.
Do I need to help with those?
We can wait for him.
Okay.
It's just those two things, and then straps.
Can I help you?
I mean, unless you wanted to get like just get this stuff going. But I got these two pieces right here. Put the skate up, and then if he's out, he's out. If you want to help, you can help. If you don't have to, we can wait for him.
Well, if they're pulled up right here, I can push. Got a handkerchief in your pocket?
Am I ready for my shot? I know somebody's sitting over there saying, he plays too much. Thinks he's funny. Wow.
That's good though. Laughter is good. It's
Not
good.
a
It's
funeral.
good for the soul.
No, some people. You ever go to see a funeral, or you're in an area where a funeral is or whatever, and then you hear a whole bunch of laughing going on? Remember, we were at my great grandmother, your grandmother funeral, and there was laughing and stuff carrying on, and it was just because like all the family was together and hadn't seen each other and everything for a while, and so like that had already happened. The funeral, and everybody was just mixing, mingling, and carrying on. And I think somebody said somebody's gonna walk by here and hear everybody laughing at a funeral.
That's because it'd been years since some of us had seen each other.
We're almost like a family reunion.
Exactly. That's sad because that's when people have family reunions is when somebody dies.
Oh, when
I would say
something like that.
somebody on the other side over there watching is going to say that. Yeah, it takes a death to bring everybody together.
Yep.
Well, it happens then, but it happens at other times too, like court hearings.
Grab this.
Can you pull this
It might have to hook.
over and down to that member? Hold it up taut. Hold it up taut and tight. I still need it over there. Just make sure it's tight over there. What is that, Old English?
Yeah, hold it up tight.
These are ratchets. Oh, because that noise. Because what are those things? The tool? It's a ratchet, right?
Yeah.
Is that a cool noise?
So cool they had to make ratchet straps.
Oh, you're fine. If it's tight over there, you're fine. What's that song? There's a song by the Postal Service that starts out with that noise. A ratchet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, underneath. Underneath. No.
Back, like,
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
right there on that thing. Is that it?
Are the tires flat yet? We're done here, right?
Yeah.
We're done. We're done here. Of course, I'm gonna have to drive like a speed demon.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Oh, like why?
I'm gonna have to probably drive a little bit under the speed limit just to make sure. Safety.
Don't know if you want to get on the interstate.
Oh, I wasn't. Because when we came here, it's pouring rain now. Had flashers on. Couldn't hardly see in front of me with the rain, but I seen that traffic on the other side. Bumper to bumper. But we can go.
We can go. We're done.
We're done.
Hooray.
We're done. We got it on there. I'm soaking wet.